Hey everyone, it's Sarah. I tried to record this on my phone, but it just was not going. So I thought I'd pop on super, super quick. Not intended to be a live or anything fancy, but just to give you an update, an AIH update. I've been working really hard on a new AIH video talking about the treatment, and I was really excited because I was going to go get my updated liver enzyme numbers last Wednesday, and then I was going to incorporate that into the video. I've also been working on some notes for another video about supplements and natural health. There's already one on my channel about the naturopathic route and how that didn't work for me. So I wanted to do an update and get a little bit more into that. But then Wednesday, I tested positive for COVID. And that was unexpected, very unexpected. This is the first time I had COVID. I'd made it almost 3 years without getting it. For a lot of reasons. We were fortunate enough, my husband and I, to be able to work from home, so that was super, super helpful, and we were just really careful. We were in a bubble with my family, specifically with my parents and my brother, and just being really careful with my parents, and then recently, after getting the AIH diagnosis, not really understanding how immunocompromised I was, the numbers, case numbers had really changed, but then now that the season was changing, just all of the seasonal things coming back. So was trying to be careful and got it. Had extended exposure to someone who was positive and didn't know that they were positive. And yeah, so was feeling a little, today's Monday. I was feeling not super great last Monday. And then last Tuesday, not feeling super great. This is before the American Thanksgiving holiday. And, one of the medications that I take for my IBS, or the medication I take for my IBS, sometimes has some side effects that can mimic things like this. So the thing that it gives you dry mouth, and whatever, it is what it is, but I always feel like it's a little congested or maybe my throat's a little bit sore. So at first I thought, "Oh, that's what that is." And and then no, Wednesday morning, I tested positive. So I wanted to pop on just to share super, super quickly about it because I know if you're like me and maybe you're have a compromised immune system, or like me, I don't even know how compromised my immune system is. What was that going to be like? So I had a lot of anxiety about COVID. Um, but we already had a plan. So as soon as I tested positive, I reached out to my primary care provider, and once I had started the azathioprine, the immunosuppressant, she had said, if you get COVID, you will go on an antiviral. So Paxlovid is probably the one that you all know. I actually found that I can't take Paxlovid. It interacts with a different medication. So they prescribed me Molnupiravir. Why do I have this? Do you know what a pill bottle? It's like Molnupiravir, which is Merck's antiviral. And if I understand it, the way the mechanism of this antiviral works is that it gets in there with the RNA of the virus and it mutates it so much that the virus can't replicate and it basically falls over. So the immune system's working really, really hard to combat the virus as it's supposed to do. But at some point, the virus just can't replicate. And then the immune system is able, hopefully, to take over. I was really concerned, just hearing all of the horrible things about very serious COVID cases. So I thought I'd talk just really quickly, kind of like what it's been like in this last week. So started taking the afternoon of the morning, so day one of testing positive, but probably day three based on symptoms. Started taking the Molnupiravir, and I just finished the course this morning. So it's 4 pills twice a day. I didn't have any side effects. For some people, it can have nausea. I felt fine. Didn't have any negative things. We have two other things that are really helpful and easing my anxiety. We have a pulse slash blood blood oxygen monitor for the finger. That was really nice because making sure that there was enough oxygen in my blood really mattered. And it never went below 95%. So that was just kind of just making sure that everything was okay. The other thing, what a thermometer looks like, just checking every couple hours to make sure that the fever wasn't really high. If you look at symptoms for COVID, especially the Omicron variants, a fever is not common if you're vaccinated, which I am. So actually didn't have any really strong fever. What symptoms did I have? I was incredibly tired, ton of fatigue, headache at the beginning, and then that dissipated. And then the sore throat, like sore throat. I've never had a sore throat like that. It was really weird. Just like feeling a little tired, feeling a little foggy. Yeah, just kind of felt like garbage. But it was fine. Was able just to keep eating, just kept eating, kept resting, taking at least a nap every day. Completely isolated in the house. Thanks, mom. My mom brought us food, which is really super nice of her. Um, so yeah, this is the thing. Like a virus is going to virus, and the good news is that so far so good. This will be day 8 if we're counting by I think the day that would have been day 1. For some people, they, get rebound. It's not because of the antivirals, just to be clear, COVID does a rebound for some people. Um, it we'll see if the Molnupiravir has put that to bed entirely, but Saturday, 2 days ago, was a huge step function change. Still tired. I did a very, 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 very low intensity walking workout yesterday, and I got super, super winded. That was not pleasant. So my cardio conditioning, it didn't take long to fall off. But I'll just say it's different for everybody. So, oh, and the other great thing is I did get my booster 2 weeks ago. So I don't think I've caught it at a better time. So it is like it's scary if you have a compromised immune system. It sounds like my immune system was still able to respond really well, and the boost of the antiviral would have been great for me. So I'm feeling good, I think, all things considered. But I did want to hop on because I have been working really hard on these 2 other videos, and I'm super bummed because I have to have enough days before I can go get my next blood draw to tell you about the liver enzymes and where they are now, because I'm really hoping to end this year with my liver enzymes in a normal range, but we'll see. So we're going to let this finish taking its course, making sure I'm following all the protocols for going to a medical facility and just being extra, extra safe because nobody wants COVID or any other sort of virus for Christmas or the holiday season. So be safe, be well. I hope to be back later this week or maybe next week with a health and supplement um, update about my journey on that. TLDR, be skeptical. And yeah, and then kind of do a little wrap up end of the year on autoimmune hepatitis. Thanks for listening, y'all, and all your support. And chat soon.